Imagine this. You've made plans with a friend and at the last minute, they cancel because something more important came up. Or maybe you're always the one reaching out, making the effort, and yet you're constantly left feeling like an afterthought. Have you ever felt like an option rather than a priority in someone's life? It's a tough realization, and if you haven't caught on yet, it can feel like a nagging thought that won't go away. Every time you hang out with a certain someone, you feel like the third wheel, the last one invited to the party. You're the plus one, the last minute addition. It might even feel like you're being slowly pushed out by some invisible force. Like there's a newer, shinier version of you with more time, more money, or fewer problems. In this video, we're going to explore the 10 essential steps you must take if you feel you're always an option, but never a priority. Stick around until the end, because each point we'll cover is crucial for your personal growth and happiness. And don't forget to subscribe. Number 1, make yourself a priority. It might seem counterintuitive, but here's the truth. People often like you because you make them a priority, which means they don't have to prioritize you. To break this cycle, you need to start focusing on yourself. This means doing what you want, when you want, and how you want, even if it means doing it alone. By indulging yourself, you are carving out your own space, your own dominion. Think of it this way. If you're always putting others first, you're never giving yourself the chance to shine. By making yourself a priority, you're essentially building your own kingdom. The people who genuinely value you will come to your kingdom, and those who don't can play elsewhere. This concept aligns with the principles of Stoicism, which teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. You can't control whether others make you a priority, but you can control whether you make yourself one. For those who are naturally giving, this can be a significant challenge. If you find it difficult to stop prioritizing others, consider starting a project that requires your care and attention, like a pet or a garden. A pet or garden needs you to make them a priority, which can help fulfill your need to nurture and give in a healthy way. This prevents you from setting up relationships where you are always second best. It's essential to remember that living for yourself isn't about being selfish. It's about ensuring that your needs and desires are met. This way, you can be a happier, more fulfilled person. Embracing a stoic mindset means accepting that some things are beyond your control, like other people's choices and priorities. Instead, focus on what you can control: your actions, your decisions, and your happiness. By making yourself a priority, you'll attract people who respect and value you for who you are, not for what you do for them. You'll also find more peace and fulfillment in your life because you're not constantly seeking validation from others. Instead, you'll be validating yourself, which is far more empowering and sustainable in the long run. Number 2, spot the people who use you, even if they're family. Identifying and distancing yourself from people who use you is challenging, especially when it involves family members. These are the people who, since birth, have subtly taught you through their actions that your wants and needs aren't very important. They might have their own emotional baggage, and it's okay to feel compassion for them. However, if they continuously send the message that you're not good enough or that your needs shouldn't come first, it's crucial to take a step back when the time is right for you. Recognize that someone in your life taught you to be the option person. It could be a parent, sibling, or another close family member. Understanding who these people are and how they've influenced your self-worth is essential. This realization can be life-altering, akin to taking off blinders and seeing the truth for the first time. It's important to focus on what you can control. You can't control how others treat you, but you can control how you respond. You can set boundaries and decide to prioritize yourself. This doesn't mean you have to cut ties completely, but creating some distance can help you reclaim your sense of self-worth. Remember, spotting and acknowledging these users in your life is the first step towards change. It's a difficult but necessary process for your personal growth and happiness. By doing so, you start to shift from being an option to becoming your own priority. Number 3, know your worth. It might sound a bit cliched, but knowing your worth is crucial, especially if you tend to criticize and put yourself down. For all the time you spend focusing on your perceived flaws, it's vital to recognize your valuable traits. You have them, and they deserve acknowledgement. You have a funny side, a compassionate side, a loving side, a nurturing side, a smart side, a hardworking side, and many other wonderful qualities. Take the time to list them out. Write them down and pin them up on your mirror. Every day, you spend time looking in mirrors to check your face, teeth, and clothes. Why not also have a list of your internal, introspective qualities that demonstrate your worth? Chances are you've forgotten some of these attributes, and it's time to remind yourself. Internalize this list. By doing so, you'll become more aware when others don't appreciate you, and you'll be quicker to stop wasting emotional energy on them. You'll learn to reprioritize those who don't value you, recognizing them as option people rather than priorities in your life. Consider the teachings of Epictetus. Know, first, who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. This means understanding your intrinsic value and allowing that knowledge to guide your actions and relationships. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what you can control, your thoughts and perceptions. You can't control how others see you, but you can control how you see yourself. By knowing your worth, you're not only building self-respect, but also setting a standard for how others should treat you. This self-awareness and confidence will naturally attract people who recognize and appreciate your value. You'll start to notice that relationships where you're not valued will begin to feel less important, making it easier to distance yourself from them. Knowing your worth isn't about arrogance. It's about self-respect. It's about understanding that you bring unique qualities to the table and that these qualities deserve recognition and appreciation. By constantly reminding yourself of your worth, you'll build a stronger, more resilient sense of self, capable of navigating life's challenges with confidence and grace. Number 4, invest yourself in a worthy cause. If you are naturally a giving person, channel that generosity into a cause that will truly benefit from your good works. Pouring your energy into people who don't value you does no good and only drains you. Instead, focus on helping others and supporting causes you care about. This way, you'll be doing something meaningful and impactful. When you invest in a worthy cause, you're not only benefiting others, but also enriching your own life. It gives you a sense of purpose and fulfillment, knowing that your efforts are making a positive difference. Plus, it helps you build a stronger sense of self-worth. By contributing to something bigger than yourself, you reinforce the idea that you are a valuable and worthy person. You can't always control how others treat you, but you can choose where to invest your time and energy. By dedicating yourself to a worthy cause, you're exercising control over your actions and making a deliberate choice to engage in something positive and constructive. Consider the Stoic idea of contributing to the common good. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, believed in the importance of helping others and being part of something greater. When you invest in a cause, you're embodying this principle, enhancing your sense of purpose and connection to the world. Moreover, by dedicating yourself to a cause, you gain another reason to see yourself as valuable and worthy. It's a reminder that your time and energy have significant worth and can create meaningful change. This perspective shift can help you reframe how you view yourself and your contributions, making you less likely to waste your efforts on people who don't appreciate you. In summary, investing yourself in a worthy cause not only helps others, but also boosts your own sense of value. By doing so, you reinforce your worth and find fulfillment in meaningful work, making your life richer and more purposeful. Number 5, don't turn back. It's natural to look back on the good times with people and hope that better times will come around. However, once you've realized you're merely an option and not a priority, it's crucial not to turn back. A person who values themselves as a priority won't revert to being someone else's option. Moving forward is essential, even though it can be painful. Reflecting on my own experiences, I haven't encountered situations where someone genuinely wanted to understand what went wrong and work on improving things. Instead, I've either faced silence or received a harsh list of how I was the cause of all problems. This reinforces the reality that turning back often leads to becoming a doormat, a target for blame, or slipping back into the role of being just an option. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, advised against dwelling on the past, emphasizing that our power lies in the present moment and our actions moving forward. By not turning back, you're choosing to live in accordance with this Stoic wisdom, recognizing that your value doesn't depend on others' perceptions or treatment of you. Moving forward means embracing your worth and refusing to settle for being an option. It means valuing yourself enough to seek relationships and opportunities where you are genuinely appreciated and prioritized. This decision might hurt initially, as letting go of the past often does, but it's a necessary step for your growth and happiness. Remember, turning back can lead to repeating the same patterns and experiencing the same disappointments. By moving forward, you open yourself up to new possibilities and better relationships where your worth is recognized. It's about building a future where you are a priority, not just an option. In summary, don't turn back once you've realized your worth. Embrace the Stoic mindset of focusing on what you can control and moving forward with confidence. This approach not only protects your self-esteem, but also paves the way for a more fulfilling and respectful future. Number 6. Trust that better people and opportunities are ahead. One of the main reasons people remain stuck as an option and struggle to prioritize themselves is because they don't believe that better people or opportunities are on the horizon. This mindset often stems from a fear of the unknown and a deep-seated belief that they are meant to be with a certain someone. This belief can lead to a lot of unnecessary drama and heartache. Many people cling to the idea that giving up on a specific person means giving up on love altogether. They feel that breaking away from a commitment equates to breaking their word, and they see it as a betrayal of the promise to remain faithful and true to the end. This notion of going down with the ship can be incredibly detrimental to one's well-being. But the truth is, once the other person has given up on love, stopped trying, and started investing themselves elsewhere, the love stops existing. When a friendship is left behind, it withers and dies. Relationships, like plants, need care and attention to survive and thrive. Hanging on to someone or something because of a story you told yourself years ago can take away the best things in your life, your possibilities, and your future. Consider the teachings of Seneca, who emphasized the importance of accepting change and understanding that life is in constant flux. Stoicism teaches us to detach from unhealthy attachments and focus on what we can control: our actions, our thoughts, and our choices. By embracing this mindset, you can move forward with confidence, knowing that you deserve better and that better things are indeed ahead. As cliché as it sounds, it's true. Every ending is a new beginning. If you have worked on yourself and your priorities, the right people and opportunities will reveal themselves. Life is full of potential for new, meaningful relationships and opportunities. When you let go of someone who treats you as an option, you make room for those who will treat you as a priority. Trusting that better people and opportunities are ahead is about having faith in the future and believing in your own worth. It's important to remember that loyalty and commitment should not come at the expense of your happiness and self-respect. True commitment means supporting each other equally, not sacrificing your own needs and desires. By trusting in the potential for better relationships and opportunities, you align yourself with people who genuinely value and prioritize you. In summary, don't let fear of the unknown keep you stuck in unfulfilling relationships. Trust that better people and opportunities are ahead. Embrace the Stoic wisdom of accepting change. This belief will empower you to seek out and recognize relationships where you are valued and appreciated. Number 7, keep making new friends. Nothing new or interesting happens unless you actively seek out new experiences and people. As someone who has felt like an option rather than a priority, it's crucial to break out of your comfort zone and expand your social circle. Instead of waiting for new people to come to you, take the initiative to meet new friends, make new contacts, and broaden your horizons. As an option person, you may have isolated yourself, losing touch with others because you were trying to stay available for someone who never made you a priority. You might have gotten so absorbed in their plans that you neglected your own. This self-imposed confinement limits your opportunities for growth and meaningful connections. No one will make you a priority until you show that you value yourself as a priority. If you're hanging around hoping that a certain someone will finally appreciate you, you're likely missing out on others who already do. By continuing to wait for someone to recognize your worth, you're turning your back on potential friends and relationships that could bring more joy and fulfillment into your life. Drop off that person's radar. If they come around, great. If they don't, even better. Many people seek second chances because they know they can get third, fourth, and fifth chances as well. This cycle can be exhausting and unproductive. Let them learn the hard way that they can't always rely on you as their soft landing spot. As Epictetus wisely said, it is not things themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about these things. If you judge yourself as unworthy or not good enough, you limit your potential to connect with others. By changing your perception and understanding your inherent value, you open yourself up to new possibilities. By actively seeking out new friends, you take charge of your social life and create opportunities for growth and happiness. Don't wait for new people to come into your life. Go out and find them. Expand your social circle and make new friends. Show others that you value yourself as a priority, and you'll attract relationships where you are genuinely appreciated. Number 8, be clear about what you want from a relationship. This may send you into panic mode, and if it does, I'm sorry. But if you don't like being an option, if you feel taken for granted, and if you want more, you need to have the talk. This conversation can be daunting, but it's essential for your well-being and future happiness. Being clear about what you want from a relationship is crucial. If you avoid discussing your needs and desires, you're likely to continue feeling unappreciated and undervalued. This step might feel like scheduling a root canal and then discovering they're out of laughing gas, but it's a necessary discomfort. Just like making yourself a priority, communicating your needs takes courage and effort. It's not enough to know what you want. You have to express it to the significant person in your life or the person you hope will become significant. Think about the Stoic principle of courage. Stoicism teaches us to face challenges, embracing discomfort as a path to growth and improvement. By having this conversation, you are practicing courage and taking a proactive step towards a more fulfilling relationship. Having the talk means clearly stating what you need and expect from the relationship. It's about setting boundaries and ensuring your needs are met. This might involve discussing how often you want to spend time together, how you expect to be treated, and what you hope to achieve as a couple. Being upfront and honest about these things can prevent misunderstandings and ensure that both parties are on the same page. You may even need your list of values and worth in hand to remind yourself that you are worth it. This list can serve as a powerful tool to reinforce your confidence and assertiveness during the conversation. Remember, knowing your worth and expressing it to others is a significant step towards being treated with the respect and appreciation you deserve. Consider the advice of Marcus Aurelius, who emphasized the importance of living in accordance with your true self and values. By being clear about what you want from a relationship, You are aligning your actions with your values and taking control of your happiness. In summary, being clear about what you want from a relationship is essential to avoid being an option and feeling taken for granted. Have the courage to communicate your needs and expectations and don't shy away from the talk. This proactive approach will help you build more meaningful and fulfilling relationships. Number 9, be comfortable with being alone. One reason you might find yourself stuck as an option person is because you're more afraid of being alone and feeling lonely. Or perhaps you're more comfortable with the lack of intimacy in your current relationship, or even afraid of true intimacy. Sometimes distant relationships, or those that come and go easily, aren't great, epic friendships where people are so perfectly comfortable with each other that they can pick up where they left off. Instead, these relationships often work because the individuals involved lack emotional depth or are avoiding long-term intimacy that requires accountability. To build meaningful relationships where you're a priority, you must be comfortable with being alone. This comfort with solitude can help you avoid settling for less than you deserve. It enables you to maintain your emotional depth and your ability to connect meaningfully with others. Long-term fulfilling relationships require emotional depth and the willingness to be held accountable by your partner. From a Stoic perspective, consider the teachings of Epictetus, who emphasized self-reliance and inner strength. By cultivating this inner strength, you become less dependent on others for your happiness and more capable of making choices that align with your values and well-being. However, it's crucial to strike a balance. While you need to be able to weather life on your own, you don't want to become so comfortable with solitude that you lose your ability to form meaningful connections. True intimacy and meaningful relationships require vulnerability and the willingness to share your life with someone else. Avoiding relationships to stay comfortable can lead to a lack of emotional fulfillment and personal growth. Think of it this way: being comfortable with being alone ensures you won't cling to the wrong people out of fear. It empowers you to seek relationships that enrich your life and where you're genuinely valued. At the same time, remaining open to intimacy and connection ensures that when the right person comes along, you're ready to engage fully and build a deep, meaningful relationship. Embrace the ability to be alone without fear. This self-reliance will help you avoid settling for unfulfilling relationships and enable you to seek connections where you're a priority. Balance this independence with openness to intimacy, ensuring you don't lose your capacity for meaningful, emotionally deep relationships. Number 10, don't be afraid to have high standards. People often think they need others to feel complete, but in reality, they need to stop using others as emotional crutches and learn to be right with themselves. So, do yourself a favor. Be high maintenance, make some demand, and be ready to walk alone if necessary. Having high standards is about valuing yourself enough to know what you deserve. It's not about being unreasonable, but about recognizing your worth and not settling for less. There are legitimate reasons why someone might not be able to make you a priority, like caring for a young child or an elderly parent or having a demanding job with irregular hours. In these cases, understanding and flexibility are crucial. Knowing their passions and how these impact the relationship can help you decide if it's worth staying. However, if the other person consistently communicates through their actions that you are not a priority, it might be time to walk away. You deserve someone who sees your worth and treats you accordingly. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we must control our own actions and responses. Holding high standards aligns with this principle, ensuring you do not accept mistreatment or neglect. It's essential to recognize when legitimate reasons become excuses. If someone is genuinely unable to prioritize you due to external obligations, they will still make an effort to show you that you matter. But if you constantly feel undervalued or sidelined, those reasons might be masking a lack of commitment or respect. Also, understand that sometimes you may need more than the other person can give. It's not about them being a bad person or you being too demanding. It's about finding a balance that works for both parties. If your needs aren't met, it's okay to move on and find someone who can meet them. Believing in your worth will lead you to a partner who values and respects you. Don't settle for chasing someone else's shadow. Seek a relationship where both partners walk side by side, supporting and uplifting each other. This approach not only respects your own needs, but also aligns with the Stoic principle of living in accordance with your true self. In summary, don't be afraid to have high standards. Recognize your worth and make demands that reflect your value. Understand when to be flexible and when to walk away. By maintaining high standards, you ensure that you attract relationships where you are genuinely valued and respected, paving the way for more fulfilling and balanced partners. In conclusion, navigating relationships where you feel like an option rather than a priority is challenging. But by implementing these 10 strategies, you can reclaim your self-worth and build healthier connections. Remember, the journey towards valuing yourself and finding fulfilling relationships is ongoing and requires consistent effort. Prioritize yourself, recognize and distance yourself from those who use you, and invest your energy in causes that matter. Believe that better opportunities and people are ahead, and keep expanding your social circle. Be clear about your needs and don't shy away from expressing them. Embrace solitude as a strength and maintain high standards for how you should be treated. By applying these principles, inspired in part by Stoic wisdom, you empower yourself to live a more fulfilling and self-respecting life. You deserve relationships where you are valued and respected. If you found value in this video, please subscribe to our channel for more insights and practical advice. Your journey to better relationships and a happier life is important to us, and we're here to support you every step of the way. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.